Okay, there we go. All right, so welcome everyone. This is a first virtual meeting of new NPISG Business Meetings Week. My name is Magdalena Gomułka. I'm NPISG convener. I work in the Salesian Library in Katowice in Poland as a librarian in Advisory Training Department. Today, I'm here with great people. Let me introduce them. So, my colleagues from New Professionals, Paria Tadżenimpur, Amber Cox, Maria Simonowicz, and Andres Reynoso. Paria and I will talk about NPISG. Amber, Maria, and Andres are our tech support. So, my colleagues from I'm support and check your comments on the YouTube. I'm very pleased to welcome our special guest, Loida Garcia Febo, co-founder and big supporter of New Professionals. Hello, Loida. Loida is also the International Library Consultant, former member of IFLA Governing Board from in 2013-2017 and American Library Association President from 2018 to 2019. It's a great opportunity to have Loida here because she tells us how NPISG was born and why we are in IFLA. Before giving the floor to Loida, I would like to say a few words about the organization today webinar. Our speakers and I are in the Zoom room now, and we are broadcasting live our meeting to YouTube. We don't see your faces, but we can talk using comments. If you would like to ask any questions, please free to write down all in comments. We will answer them at the end of the meeting. So, Paria helped me to open the presentation, and I would like to say that I'm really happy to have you here for these meetings. My speakers and I have a lot to cover today. So let's go ahead and take a look at our agenda. So next slide, please. As you can see, we are going to talk about NPISG, a group which is an open global network for library and information science new professionals and supporters. We would like also to talk about IFLA and what we do in our group, about our projects, how to get what you can do. Okay, so it was a quite long introduction, and so now, dear attendees, I would like to give the floor to Loida. I will also.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you. I know we all wanted to be in Dublin for our annual conference, but it's great to be connected. And so my congratulations to the leadership team of the New Professionals, because they are very active. They're always looking for ways on how to engage new professionals, new librarians worldwide. And so they are in social media, they are planning webinars and business meetings as well. So this is a great opportunity to share and ideas as well, and be informed, right, from the end of the new professionals giving you information, but also receiving information perhaps from the members and from new librarians from different parts of the world. And so congratulations to each one of you. And I would like to say thank you from behalf of librarians around the world for what you do, for your time. And well, I'd like to share that, yes, the New Professional was founded in 2004 during the IFLA Congress in Buenos Aires. So it's been 16 years, wonderful years, I will say. And we founded it with colleagues, two other colleagues from Denmark and England. And what happened? We noticed there was a need for a space for new librarians in IFLA. And at the time, we didn't have that. And so there were connections with the IFLA president at the time, Keira Zeroka, and she said, yes, of course, we need a group for new librarians. And she was very supportive. And that is an example of what can happen when you notice a need for something and that is not in place. You can create it. And so that's what we did. We created something that we felt it was needed. And so in many ways, this shows that we are the ones we have been waiting for, right? Sometimes we wait for other people to do things or that materializes from thin air, but we are the ones we have been waiting for, and we can bring that change. And so that happened. And it was great. And 16 years later, I will say we, the New Professionals group, is still here. And it continues to serve new librarians and students from around the world. And so, yes, it is an open global network for library and information sciences new professionals and supporters for all over the world. And it is still the only global forum for new professionals, and it encourages them to get engaged in library associations. And so it's great work. And I'd like to mention some of the cities and countries that the new professionals have visited during the years. We started in Argentina, and then there were congresses. So at each one of the IFLA congresses, we have had presence. And I will say we because it's still sort of like my baby. So I'm including myself in that. And so, for instance, there were Seoul in South Korea, Durban in South Africa. We went to Singapore, to Oslo in Norway, Milan, Italy, Wrocław in Poland, Lyon in France, Gothenburg in Sweden. We went to Helsinki in Finland, Columbus, Ohio in the United States, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and Cape Town in South Africa. And I'm probably missing a few, but you can see how strong the new professionals are in their dynamism and their energy. And so the new professionals are a very special group. They're very unique, again, and they are under the sponsorship of the IFLA Management of Library Associations section. So the convener is an ex officio member of the MLAS. And I'm happy to be a member of the MLAS currently. I'm the information coordinator there. But when I started the new professionals with my other colleagues, we were also part of the management of library associations for many years while we were conveners. And yes, I will mention something about how does it work. Everyone is welcome, everyone. And the beauty of this is that you can stay for as long as you want in the new professionals. And so students, library school students, and newer librarians. And this is very important because sometimes we associate new librarians with young librarians. That could be the case, but it doesn't have to be like that. It could be that someone is a new leader within the profession or is new to the profession. So it's very interesting. So it's very, there's space for many people. And yes, the new professionals are in charge and they manage and coordinate the activities. And like we have here in the screen, we have some roles within the group, and they have been like that since we started the new professional. So we have the convener, which is like the chair of the group, and then we have the information coordinator. So it goes along with the structure of IFLA committees, and then they have evolved and they have different roles now. Volunteer coordinator, the social media coordinator, and associates that are the volunteers that help put together events like this one. Well, I hope you have a good idea on what does it mean, what is the background of the new professionals. So I'm happy to attend this meeting today, and I will be also attending the meeting in Espanol, which is my first language. And so big hello to everybody, and I'll be here, and we can also connect through the chat. So good luck, everyone.
Thank you so much, Loida. We are really happy to have you here with us. And thank you for the great presentation about how new professionals started. So I will start talking about what we do. What are the projects that, for example, we are working on right now, or the ones that we, the most of the things that we work on usually. So we would like to think that we are super women, or I should say maybe super girls and supermen, and the picture you see. And here are some of the things that we have done. So we hold so many webinars, and the business meeting is one of them, as you can see. But our webinars, the topics have a really wide variety of ranges, and they cover so many things. We hold them online so everyone can attend, but we also have sessions in the IFLA Congress and then satellite meetings. So Magdalena is going to talk more about those. We have also had the IFLA Camp, which is really fun, and we hold it usually before the Congress sessions. We have, of course, you've probably seen our blog. We have our webpage. We are on social networks, so you're watching us on our YouTube right now. We are on Twitter, the other one's Facebook. I'm really bad at social media. You can follow us there. We're always there. And we do so many other things. So let's go to the next slide and look at some of the webinars that we have held so far. We've had more than 25 webinars. And as I mentioned, they have been on different topics. And you can see some of the examples down there. And we've had more than 100 speakers from all over the world. So for example, one of the last ones that we held was about poster presentations. And we had a speaker from China, and then one of the speakers was from Malaysia, and another one from the United States. The participants are also really from everywhere. So in that one webinar, we had participants, I want to say, from all of the continents, which is pretty amazing if you think about it because of the time zones. But we had, I want to say, at least one participant from every continent, and we've had more than 400 participants for our webinars. And for these webinars, we are cooperating with different IFLA bodies. So for example, we have cooperated with CPDWL, we have worked with ALA, and also IAML, and then other IFLA bodies. So you see down there all of the topics of some of the webinars that we've held, and you can see that they're really varied. And we've had a really diverse group attending them. So we're getting into the Congress session, so I'm going to hand it over to Magdalena, who can talk more about these.
Yeah, thanks, Paria. IFLA Congress is a very important event in IFLA and for librarians and also for us. IFLA Congresses consist of many interesting sessions. NPISG organized 9 Congress sessions so far, so it's a good number. And if you can see on the slides, we talk about many interesting topics, from librarian skills, our education, our careers, about our communities, contact with the patrons, to fashion and love. So very wide topics. It sounds good, isn't it? Well, on the next slide, I would like to show you, a few pictures from last IFLA congresses. You can see IFLA Fashion in Malaysia, a library love stories which we organized last year in Athens. We talk a lot with librarians, with participants, and try to contact with them. Okay, so organization sessions, it's not enough for us. We decided to organize our own conference, IFLA Camp. It's a very famous event for librarians. Usually we organize IFLA Camp 2 days before IFLA Congress. And what is important, we don't invite speakers because our participants and new professionals, they are speakers. So we create our own conference together. We choose topics about which we would like to talk, and we do many interesting things. On the next slide, you can see a few pictures from IFLA camps. So far, we organized 7 IFLA camps. Last year, it was in the Athens. So you can see on the bottom that we organized the first Olympic Games for librarians. We also were in Poland on the main square. We discussed a lot, and we organized also a ride tour for the libraries and visiting libraries in every country. So what is important on the IFLA camp, it's a free, and you don't have to pay a money, and you can come to our event, to IFLA camp, and don't have to participate in IFLA Congress. And a few words about benefits. Yes, there are delicious chocolates here from Poland, from Australia, from Argentina, and also from France. We prepare these snacks for our IFLA camp. So it's our tradition that participants bring their favorite chocolates and put on our table. So you can taste chocolates and snacks from many countries. And on the next slide, you can see we mentioned about our benefits. So if you are in NPISG, it's free. You have a lot of opportunities, learning, creating networking, and meeting new people. We are librarians, so we know all the information, services and sources, so we can share also the knowledge. We contact each other by using a WhatsApp group and our emails. And we are also on the social media. We organize very interesting events, especially when we take part in the IFLA Congress. We organize happy hours and flash mobs in the cities, and we met many different people from from many areas in our information science. Okay, so now I would like to ask Paria, would you like to tell us how to get involved in NPISG?
Sure. So let's start from this. So I joined NPISG about a year ago. So I'm one of their newest members. And the way that I connected was that I found about them on the IFLA page, and then I emailed them and I asked if I could join. But there are other different ways that you can connect with us. So we have our blog, and that's the link, that's the web page. So we have a blog on WordPress. You can email us through that blog if you would like to connect it. And there are so many things that you can do when you join our group. You can help us translate our posts in different languages. So in the language that you know, could be your native language. We interview librarians from different countries. So you can interview a librarian that you know from your country, and we will post it on our blog. If you have something that's really interesting, that's an interesting event that's going on, you can write an article about it and we will post it on our blog. And even if you haven't joined us, you can still contact us and tell us, hey, I want to post this. Will you post it on your blog? So these are some of the things that we have going on right now. And all of our members are somehow working in at least one of them. So as a member, you will get a chance to get, all of these different experiences based on what you're interested in. So we have something that will, right now we are advertising for our music contest, which is going to be the first music competition for librarians, and we are organizing it in cooperation with IAML. So some of the things that we've done so far is that we are preparing our social media campaign. So we have created a web page for this contest. We are writing to sponsors and to find partners and sponsors for this contest. So as a member, you would also get a chance to, take part in these activities if you're interested. Different things that we are looking at is having our IFLA Camp. So for this, for example, we would be planning an event that's in a different country. So that's really exciting. We will be promoting it on our social media again. We will be creating a website for it, and we will be looking for partners, so we can host this event. And we are right now in the process of creating a map of new professionals. So all of the new professionals and associations that are in different countries, we want to have it on a map to make it, accessible for everyone that is new to the profession to find, a group or an association that they can start with. So this is something else that if you're interested in, if you are a member of our group, you could take part in. And Magda, did you want to speak about this section?
Yeah, yes, it's very important because new ideas always come. It means that our group is very democratic, and except that I'm an NPISG convener, voice and opinions of my colleagues, they are very important for me. And we decide together about which project we will work on in the next time, in the next weeks, months. And except that if we don't plan our project in our agenda, in our plan for the year, it's impossible that if we have idea in our minds, we on our meetings we decide and we work together on the interested project. So yes, the last slide, it's a movie. It's some movie from the last year. I saw that we have a question about Persian translation. It will be at the end. And first, we would like to show you a quick movie which was made by Andres Reynoso. He's a very talented person, and you have to look what he did.
We are two wanderers at dawn of the world full of war. Early sunrise, I gave promise. You said always, and we run and dance. I'm following, I'm preaching, you're my church. I'm yin and yang, you're my Eve, I'm your ass. And no one is right, oh, this world is so blind. Feel no doubts in your eyes, you said always, and we run and dance. We are two strangers who fell in love in the world of rules. Late sunset, you said yes, I said always, and we run and dance. I'm a water, you're a wave, I'm a player, you're my prize, I'm a ghost, you're a house, you're my body, I'm your fly, and no one is right. Oh, this world is so blind, feel no doubts in your eyes. You said always, and we run and dance. We run and dance, oh. We run and dance, oh. We run and dance, oh. We run and dance.
L'hérédité de la plupart de nos actes expressifs explique comment les aveugles-nés, d'après les enseignements que je tiens du révérend Claire, peuvent les accomplir tout aussi bien que les personnes douées de vue. Nous pouvons encore nous rendre compte ainsi de ce
Palma ne spugna con firmeza el cuchillo que a Campos hablaba manejado y sale a la llanuda. Vamos saliendo de color, saliendo. Y esperanza tampoco.
I'm preaching, you're my church. I'm yin and yang, you're my Eve, I'm your Adam. And no one is right, oh, this world is so blind. Feel no doubts in your eyes, you said always, and we run and dance.
Okay. Yeah, it was great summary of our events which we organized last year in Athens. So if you would like to contact us, please feel free to write email, and you will find the contact to us on our blog npisg.wordpress.com. You will also find us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Twitter as well. And yes, I think that I will ask Paria about, say, a few words in Persian. It would be some kind of a summary of our meeting for our Arabic colleagues.
Sure. So yes, we had a Persian viewer, so definitely. Sorry, I'll be speaking a little bit in Persian. سلام، خیلی ممنون که دارین اینو از طریق یوتیوب نگاه میکنین این برنامه رو. ببخشید که همش به فارسی نبود، ولی یه خلاصه ای از این گروه میخواستم براتون بگم اینه که خیلی گروه فعالیه. اگه دوست دارین عضو بشین میتونین به ما ایمیل بدین. خیلی فعالیت های مختلفی داریم. میتونیم مثلا اگه مقاله‌ای دارین میخواین مثلا روی وبسایت ما بذارین، میتونین با ما تماس بگیرین، ما این مقاله رو روی وبسایتمون میذاریم. اگه میخواین کمک بکنین، مثلا چیزایی رو که ما روی وبسایتمون گذاشتیم به فارسی ترجمه بکنین، میتونین این کار رو برامون بکنین، خیلی ممنون میشیم. برنامه‌های دیگه‌ای که اگه میخواین با ما توی گروه ما باشین، عضو بشین، اینه که الان داریم یه نقشه از تمام گروه‌هایی که مربوط به کتابدارهای جدید هستن درست میکنیم. اگه خبری داره، اگه میدونین که یه گروهی در ایران وجود داره، به ما خبر بدین. ما اینو توی نقشمون میذاریم که برای کتابدارهای جدید مثلا اگه میخوان با این گروه تماس بگیرن قرار داشته باشه. کارهای دیگه که داریم انجام میدیم اینه که در حال حاضر یه وبسایت درست کردیم برای برنامه‌ای که میخوایم کتابدارها موسیقی ایجاد بکنن، یعنی مثلا موزیکشو خودشون بنویسن، شعرشو خودشون بنویسن. این وبسایتمون هم توی سایتمون قرار داره. اگه میخواین برای ما موسیقی بفرستین خیلی خوشحال میشیم. اگه میخواین کمکمون بکنین دوباره میتونین عضو بشین. اگر سوالی داشتین حتما به ما ایمیل بدین. میخواین به فارسی بفرستین، من میتونم جوابتون رو به فارسی بدم. اگر هم سوالی داشتین همین الان میتونین توی یوتیوب بنویسین. خیلی خوشحال میشم که جواب سوالتون رو بدم. Alright, Magda, I'm done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was so great to hear Persian. Okay, I think that we don't have questions. We answered everything. So if you would like to cooperate with this great team, just join us, write email and meet us on our Zoom meetings, which we have with the team. I would like to thank you very much for attending in this meeting, and also many thanks to my team, to Amber, to Paria, to Maria, and to Andres, who are with us. I'm very happy that Loida also was with us, and we are also very glad that we have her support, and I'm sure that our team is very good because many perfect librarians, perfect people created this group, so it must be. So thank you very much for attending in this meeting, and see you soon.